And here we are again. And I only started early because we're nearly into mammals. And I haven't really done a lot with that, so I thought it was noteworthy. 3,800 power. Alrighty then. Hello, Darlene. .25 TTI animal shelter. I hope you're doing well. I, for once, am having a decent day. The temperature dropped off here and it's actually been pleasant. Animal food is at 2.25 TTI and the extraction platform is at 4. We've already got a wildlife collector. Okay. T2 aquarium. We're almost there. Dave is running a little late. He's having coffee fulfillment problems. Animal spreader rocket is at 70. Genetic synthesizer is at 52. But the aquarium's going to unlock here just any moment. That's a good thing that you're doing good. I don't know how it is for you. For me, when the barometric pressure goes a little nuts, I was pretty achy yesterday, but today has been reasonable. And I gotta say, I just brought all this iron in here, and I don't think we need a bit of it. We've got 4 full chests of it. So it's gonna go in the surplus right down here on this island. I don't know what we're going to be up to today. Just kind of floating around, doing whatever. Let's see. In the time before I turned the camera on, I had shelves as a blueprint, and so I made some and even put something on it. We got those out of a wreck at some point. I'm giving serious thought to building platforms around this place. And that might be put to good use. I don't know. But Big Dave will be along at some point. And we're almost to mammals. And I have to admit I haven't really messed with mammals a whole lot because about the time that it became a thing, I was already done with one of these. And let's dump some stuff off that I picked up and I really don't think I'm going to need. I'm going to make that for, yes, fusion cells. Tree seeds. That's a 1200% oxygen multiplier. Might be worth. Big Dave, take your time. Drink your coffee. Have a smoke. I'm holding the fort down. Right now, I'm just building a tier 3 tree spreader. Tree bark, fertilizer, zeolite, bacteria sample, superalloy. And I think that's Big Dave.
Yes, it is.
Yay! Well, a big old blurg-tastic morning to you all. I think she has embraced being the queen of blurg.
Yep.
Now, that's a bacteria sample, not a mutagen. Don't get it wrong. 2 tier 2 fertilizers. Do we have? Yes, we do. Dave?
Yes, sir.
You're in the chat, but not in the game, I take it.
No, I'm in the game.
Okay. I made shelves off of a blueprint that we found in a wreck under the steps here.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I wonder if that's going to stick through at the top. It actually didn't. And it fit in the space well. I was rather impressed.
Made sense.
Pardon?
What was that?
Good morning, Shaman.
Well, I think it was you, Johnny. I'm not seeing you light up in Discord.
Oh, I'm lighting up. Hello? All right, I'm back again.
There you are.
I had to turn off and turn back on my headset. I don't know why. Makes me wonder if the battery's trying to take a dump on me.
Yeah. Good morning, Shaman, and Darlene, and Country Lady.
Country Lady has snuck in while we weren't looking.
Yes, I saw you put the shelves up. Yes. So you can put stuff on the shelves.
It's not easy. I will say that.
Yeah.
It took a couple of tries to get that one bag of food there. It was like, well, they wouldn't have give you shelves if they weren't going to let you put things on it, but you never can
You would
tell.
think they would have put a UI in for the shelving unit. So you could, say each shelf holds 3 items and...
Like the display case.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like the display case. Yeah.
I just put a new tree spreader out because we had a 1200% tree.
Nice.
I wish you could stack the small crates on the shelves. They won't let you, well, they won't let you make the small crates. I wonder if one of the blue crates would go on a shelf. We're fixing to find out.
Yep, I'm grabbing a piece of iron right now.
Oh, I brought iron back. I went and looked over in the sand biome and brought a bunch of iron back, and then found out we had 4 complete, total, stuffed to the gills crates of it. And went, well, I don't think I'm doing that. It's all outside on the little island. I was thinking about doing base beautification.
Yeah, no, it does not
We
go on the shelf.
We've got irons like nobody's business. Let me get down there, and I was going to do it myself, but if you're trying to,
Yeah, I mean, you can try it too. See if.
throw a piece of iron down here, and I'll let the people
Yeah, you bet.
I'll let the people watching. Did you finally
Yes.
get coffee?
I did. I got my coffee, got my breakfast sandwich, got a couple smokes in.
Only a couple?
Weed guy did the sprayed my lawn. My lawn guy just cut my grass, and
Ah, my lawn guy just cut my grass. That's something I have to do when we get done here. Oh, they will not fit because they're too fat.
too fat.
Wow, that's crazy. Come on now. Yeah, they missed an opportunity there.
They did.
They missed an opportunity. Other than pumping up the TTI,
Yep.
what are we doing today?
Well, I was going to work on getting the insects up so I can get the tier 2 mutagens.
That's kind of something I had looked at also. I was also thinking about doing a procedural rec, and there's the tier 2 aquarium, and we've got fish till hell won't have it.
Yeah. Okay,
Where-
I think we got a space up. Can we do a wing off where you got the butterfly domes up
Yeah,
there?
absolutely.
Yeah.
We can make it work. I
Since you got the
wonder.
butterfly domes, we may as well do the aquariums up here.
Well, I considered taking this butterfly dome and putting it off of this wing and
Yep.
seeing if you could do the aquarium where that butterfly dome is at.
Yeah, I'll get the materials to make that.
Oh, no, you can't. I've got the observation deck out here. But you should be able to
Well,
do it as long as it's
Yeah.
no bigger. I mean, we'll adjust it accordingly.
Yeah.
Dave, are you out of the butterfly dome?
I am.
Okay, because I'm
That
getting
would've
ready.
been
I'm
funny
getting
if
ready to deconstruct it. And,
Yeah, that would have been very funny.
well, for as much as I ask you if you were out, I was still standing in it,
Oops.
and I'm on the ground. Yeah, that works. I was considering, since this one's coming toward an end, doing a build of some sort that was bigger, better, stronger, faster. You know, the whole Bionic Man thing.
Yep.
Yeah, than I ever have before. I just don't know what. Are you having issues, Dave?
Just had to make sure it was rotated the right way.
What is that? I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
It's not going. It might be slightly bigger.
Well, let me go outside and move that one by one out. and it might be that the bottom of it is bigger too, because
Yeah,
we do
because
have
it's a
things under
ball.
it.
Yeah, it is a ball. Oh yeah, it's the corner floor platforms might be what's blocking it.
Well,
Yeah, that one, and then that one, that one, that one. Let's see. Oops, fell downstairs.
and there's Mr. Mayhem.
Nope, still not letting me grow. Okay, I'm gonna have to come inside.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning,
How are
sir.
you, sir?
I'm here.
We don't have anything extra built in this game. And I don't know if you've been in here before or not. But build to your heart's content. We've got a bunch in this game.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, don't yet. Yeah, don't build off it yet. I gotta figure that out.
okay.
You take that one out.
Yep.
Okay. Can you extend off the hallway by one? So can you put that 1 by 1 on the hallway?
Yep. Sure can. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, oh, oh.
Connected.
Excellent.
Hi, country lady. Hi, shaman.
My husband found out what was causing our problem with golf with friends, but he hasn't quite figured out how to fix it yet.
That's good.
Country lady, if he needs moral support and advice, I'll be more than happy to help.
Okay, so I can put 3 fish in there.
Shaman saw the last time I did fish that I stood around at the DNA stuff making golden fish until all I had was golden fish. And I know I probably bordered absolute devil, but it really worked out good. All right, what I want to see is where we're might have to take out some
Hi, Darlene.
stuff.
Sorry, what was that, Johnny?
I'm just looking to take out some stuff to make the bottom platform a little more even.
Yeah.
I have a sickness that, you know.
Yep.
You want to talk about sickness?
Do we have to?
All right. Yesterday, I started on a spreadsheet for Fishton
Yeah. Yeah.
to track all of the potential combinations of vehicles.
Uh-huh.
Because you can literally put any engine in any vehicle, any headlight set or grill on any vehicle. Transmissions, axles, everything is interchangeable. But you get a different price for a coupe that has all coupe parts versus a coupe that has, say, a sedan hood or a hatchback driver's seat. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. The number of combinations is just unbelievable.
How big's the spreadsheet?
I stopped at 2 lines so far.
Wow.
I put it away and said, okay, I need to rethink this and attack it from a different direction because this is not going to work right.
Mayhem, do you have an exoskeleton?
I have no gear.
I have an exoskeleton on me that Joro made quite a while ago. I just dropped it at the top of the steps. It's yours. I was trying
Okay, thank you.
to deconstruct it, and it would not.
And feel free to use up all the iron you want. You got too much.
He told me what it was, but all I heard was the teacher from Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah. My next door neighbor, who is a great guy, active duty Army, we were talking about computers one day, and I said something, and he said, I only know 2 languages, English and Spanish. That's it.
I always like to tell people I'm a bilingual illiterate.
Yeah.
It means I can't read or write in 2 different languages, at least.
There's enough Spanish speaking people this far south. I should really learn Spanish, but Dave,
Yar.
I turned off the high quality food production so the
Yep.
beans would have time to catch up.
Okay.
But I'm
Well,
getting
once
ready to.
we're able to manufacture gardens
Yeah,
en masse, then we'll be fine because I'll put beans outside and more beans outside.
yeah.
So
But I'm going to turn them back on because the darn thing is about full.
yeah,
And it shouldn't make anything else because we're absolutely stuffed.
yep.
That's a lot of possibilities, Mayhem. Yes. And it was a lot of fish, Shaman. It really was. And that you stuck with me during that playthrough. Bless you. All right. I need to put a locker down here by the portal because we have no
Oh, we have an animal shelter.
well, okay. Big Dave, another thing I did was the animal things locker was just
Yep.
a standard locker, and I rebuilt it because we had the technology.
Yeah. Sure, it probably used up a bit of
And
something that we're overstocked in.
I know that we needed uncommon larvae, and when I was in the sand biome, there was uncommon larvae sitting on the ground, so I brought them back. They're in the larva locker.
Oh, thank you. Is that where they were
Yeah,
at?
they seem to spawn more often out in the desert areas.
Good to know.
It's very good to know because we were beating our heads against the wall last game.
Yeah,
What?
'cause what was I? Oh, it was the bees. Because I
Yeah.
need to make bees so I can make the garden plots. That's what it is.
I'm going to attempt to build tier 2 flower spreaders and get all of our 600% seeds
Mm-hmm.
going because we've got them in tier 3 veggie tubes and it ain't enough.
Yep.
Well, what's the sense in leaving those 2 there? Let me supply foodus again. Where's the food? Where's the food? It should be around here somewhere. Oh. Country lady, if I was to guess what the problem was, you've got a port closed on your router that needs to be open for that to work.
Yeah.
I need 2 super alloys. I actually need a ever-loving buttload of super alloy, but who's counting?
Well, we got it. Yeah, we got it.
Yep. Water bottles, super alloy. Let's go and take. And then I'll go get the rest. I remember him saying something about a port. Might as well been talking in Swahili. So you understand Swahili well, I take it. Oh, this flower spreader. I'm going to move all of these. Come on, fly. Fly, 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 like a bird.
And now we have an aquarium. Big aquarium.
What is that Rodney Carrington says? We got a Walmart now. That was one of his first albums.
Here's a fun fact nobody knows. Seville is famous for its orange trees, but the fruit is too bitter to eat and is used mainly to make marmalade in the UK.
Might I ask why we were blessed with this information? I mean,
That was
I needed
my
it. I needed it.
that was my daily word crossword puzzle. It's a It's actually a math crossword puzzle. It's a cryptogram.
Ah,
They have numbers in place of all the letters, and they give you a couple of examples, and you have to figure out the rest.
I am not good at those kind of puzzles.
Well, that's what I kind of did in the military for 9 years. So, yeah, that's what I was a code breaker.
Ah,
Somebody stole all the fertilizer.
so what you're saying is when I play Blueprints, I need to have you sitting there taking notes.
No,
If you're good at breaking codes, Blueprints would be the game for you.
well, probably, yeah. My other game is oh, let me see what's the name of this game? Math crossword. Yeah, this one's good. It actually makes me think.
You've got a whole lot more brains about you than I do because math ain't my thing, even though I took up through trig and calculus. Calculus blew my mind. That was, whew.
Yeah, math to me was always just natural.
Calculus.
Yeah.
I had a calculus teacher in college that he sounded like the woodchuck off of Winnie the Pooh. He whistled every time he talked. And I was just like, oh my God, you've got to be kidding me. And I failed that class. That's the first class I'd failed since grade school, and went back and took it again with another teacher that I really enjoyed, and made a B, and I could have made an A, but I screwed up one question on the test. But yeah, once I got out of college, I brain dumped that stuff. It was hurt my brains. Shaman says, as I am with cars, put it in D and go kind of girl. Don't want to know how it works. Just want it to get me where I want to go. So you're a put a gas in it and drive kind of person, is what you're saying. And I forgot to do something that I would set out to do. Excellent.
Yeah, I used to use Sudoku to challenge me, but it's boring, even on high levels.
My wife sits and plays crossword puzzles and stuff, and so did my parents. And I can't do a crossword puzzle to save my life.
I can't either, but I can do word search.
Yeah, I can do the word search. I can do Sudoku, but crosswords, no.
And my wife will occasionally ask me a question about Apple. Did Apple do such and such? Do they have a computer named this? Yes, dear, they did. And she usually got the answer pretty well sussed out before she ever involves me. So,
She's just trying to include you and make you feel useful.
well, somebody's got to, because Lord knows I'm all thumbs.
Yeah, I know that. I'm the same way.
Yeah, I can work on a jet engine. I can tell you how the damn thing works.
Oh yeah, I can too.
Yeah, but I can't do a crossword puzzle. I mean, it's amazing to me.
Yeah, you remember in the early '90s when they combined crew chiefs and engine mechanics and hydraulics all into one field?
Yes, I do. And a
I
lot
got
of
my
people were unhappy.
I got my 5 level in all three.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
And let me tell you, hydraulics was easy. Engines on an F4 was not.
No, no.
The J79 is a monster.
Yes, it is.
But I love it.
Yeah, that's an impressive that's an impressive jet. That's just proof a brick can fly. And for those of you who don't know, J79 is the engine off of an F4 Phantom.
It is also the engines of the original B-52 without an afterburner section.
It's also the engines off of the F104, but the nose cone is of a different metal, or the F104 could have went above its max speed. My ex-wife worked for a guy who was an F104 pilot that was wanting to do a max speed run with the F104, and they wouldn't let him. Said, just change it out for an F4 engine. It'll do it. And they said no. I was like, wow, that's amazing that you know that.
Dad was an F-104 pilot. My dad was.
That's a heck of a jet.
The Widowmaker.
Yeah, and there's a reason why they call it that. That thing was an F-16 before computers came along. I mean,
Yeah, what was he? Lost 4 of them over his entire career.
wow.
Quite honestly, he was lucky he survived his career in F-104s.
Yeah.
He did cross train on the CF-18 and the Voodoo. the F-101, but he basically only ever flew the F-104 for his entire, what was he, in 30 years? He retired the F-104 for Canada. He was the last pilot to fly one.
Wow.
And he flew it well into the 90s. Like, we had officially, the Canada had officially retired the F-104. I think it was in the, around 88. And he still flew it to 96 because he actually flew the F-104 in the Persian Gulf.
Yeah, the Germans still had them. They were the last country to have them.
Yep.
And they used them as a fast attack aircraft.
Yep. Well,
They
Dad's
they
was,
would go in low, scream over a target, drop bombs, and be gone before the bombs hit the ground.
Yep. Yeah, Dad, he flew the nuclear-armed F-104s out of Germany. Was what his MOS was.
We used to call those toss across.
Yeah, he. I never knew it until actually after he died. His old commanding officer looked me up after Dad passed away, and one day he was like, "Yeah," he's like, "We're going out for a beer, and I'm going to tell you about your dad."
Yeah, there are some things that we don't talk about as far as our service go.
Yep. Yep.
And if you're part of a nuclear crew, you don't talk about that.
Yeah, and that was what he said. He was like, he would never have told you this, but your dad, every time he took off, had a nuclear bomb strapped to the belly of his plane.
That's amazing.
And I was like, I never knew. I never knew at all. And yep, he goes, yeah, he's like, if your dad had, or sorry, if the Cold War had gone hot, he's like, your dad would have just turned that plane straight for the Fulda Gap, found the biggest group of Russian tanks, and just put that bomb right on it. He probably never would have made it home. He's like, he would have been one of the first casualties of the war.
Yeah, he'd have run out of fuel because that thing doesn't carry enough fuel to make it back.
Yep.
Yeah, it only had a
Well, that,
thimbleful.
and there was no guarantee he'd get out of the blast range. So, the EMP burst may have taken him out.
Well, if I remember correctly, the attack profile for those was to scream into your target
Toss it
at
off.
like 500 feet or lower as fast as you can possibly go, which for that thing would have been about Mach 1.5-ish
Yep.
at sea level.
Yeah.
I may be wrong on that, but you get to within 5... I want to say it was 500 miles of the target. You pull up, and that was actually a jet that almost had a 1-to-1 thrust ratio.
Yep. Yep.
It could almost accelerate going straight up, and you would climb at an aggressive angle until you got to about 10,000 feet. And I don't know what the math was on this, but once you got to a certain altitude, you would release your bomb, and it would be tossed up and out ahead of you, and then you would brake as hard as you possibly could and head the other direction back down, exceeding Mach 2 easily in that dive, and basically get the hell out of there. But you used up all your fuel. There was no way to get back, and there was no way to have a tanker close enough to you because all the targets were so deep in Russia. Yeah. But yeah, that's how they used to do what we called the toss across.
Yep.
They would literally toss them across the country and blow something up.
Yep.
Yeah, crazy shit.
And it goes to show, well, the funny things is that was the same profile that the Soviets gave the MiG-21 for deploying nukes as well.
I'm not
surprised. You come in low, fast, and then you pull up, and then basically what the Soviet method is you release the bomb, and then you just pull back over, reversing your direction, dive low and fast, and basically get as fast as possible to get out of the blast radius.
Yeah.
But
If you've ever seen an F4 pilot and he's got an eye patch in his kit, he was a nuclear pilot.
yep.
They were given one eye patch, and they could choose which eye to put it on because the other one was going to be burned out by the flash because they weren't fast enough to get out of the area.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was
Crazy.
one of the things that I'd asked the guy. I was like, why was there this cloth patch? And because, when Dad died, I found his old pilot kit because he'd never shown it to me when he was alive. And, I was going through things and I found his helmet and his, flight suit, gear, gloves. And it was just this one patch. And that was it. It was a thing of, why did he have this eye patch? And he goes, well, that's because he wouldn't have been able to blast the flash radius in time. So if he survived the detonation, then
Wow.
Yeah. You would be able to save one eye and at
Yep.
least be visible, you could see, but you would be basically grounded for life because you couldn't fly effectively.
yep,
Back to the game,
yes,
and that's we have 28,000 Terra tokens, and I can't do a thing with it because everything took off. If we need something from the trade rockets, we've got a bunch of Terra tokens.
yeah.
And Shaman says, yep, got places to be, people to go. Ain't got no time to understand how stuff works. Yeah, but you might be able to go for longer by having an understanding how stuff works.
Yep.
I hate to say.
And we got fish in the
Aquarium.
dome.
Yeah, I walked up there while you guys were talking and took a look at them.
Yep. Okay, so we don't have enough DNA to get animals because we can't get the genetics of such yet. Don't have enough insects to get the tier 2 mutagen.
I'm transferring stuff the wrong way. Duh. Football. I need another water bottle and another fertilizer and a couple more super alloy. $210, $212, whatever it takes. Bonus points if you get that movie reference. I do not, so I do not get the bonus points.
I don't either.
Yeah, that's a new one on me. What movie is that from? Oh.
I've heard it, but I can't remember.
Gentlemen, we are out of fertilizer.
Yep. We need quite a bit of it. We need 3 garden plots.
Well, I'm going to make another flower spreader and take
Okay.
one last flower.
I don't know why, but I keep thinking it's the Russian in Armageddon.
Yeah. That's something he would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
You know,
makes sense.
210, 212, okay. 220, bad for space station.
Well, when you're talking about nuclear vessels,
Well, yeah, that too. But yeah.
I really like that actor that played that Russian. He
Oh yeah, he's brilliant.
yeah.
he
In
does-
every role he does.
he does Russians and, gosh, I've seen him as a gangster in a movie, and he was just
Yeah.
great in it.
John Wick. His character in the first John Wick movie was just so good.
Oh, she's talking about it was in Mr. Mom, Michael Keaton.
Yep.
But yeah,
And that's why
but
I
yeah,
don't get it, because I never
yeah.
saw
Well,
it.
I've seen it once, a long time ago. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Dave, that aquarium
Yes,
came out really nice. I'm standing here watching the fish.
Yep.
I didn't have it on my bingo card that I would be washing fish in an aquarium today, so pretty impressive. My hydration level is low. Country lady, that's about all I know how to do on cars anymore. I'll do my own brakes if I'm feeling good, and I I know how to. I've put my own fence up, and I'm getting ready to redo the fence this summer. Thinking about having a push to make it happen before 30 May, because the fence lasted about 3 years. The Texas sun has absolutely beat the heck out of it. So, yeah, I can do some minor things. As far as anything real major with a car anymore, I don't even try, because that's what screwed my back up so bad, was bending over equipment to work on it when I was in the military. And now I couldn't bend over the fender of a car to work on an engine for no reason. I could tell you how, but, you know, 'tis what it is. What is on the other side of this? Yeah, I think I can slam the door on this place. Although there are a lot of butterflies here. Dave,
Yep.
do we need any more uncommon larvae?
We will always need uncommon larvae.
I was fearful you were going to say that.
Because anything that requires a bee needs an uncommon larva.
Okay, that's going to be my mission. Also, be thinking. We've got a hole downstairs here that has literally not a thing in it.
Yep.
That we're going to have to do something with. I mean, it's not compulsory, but, you know.
Yeah, once I get these garden plots, I'm pretty sure I can hold it up.
I'm sorry, I can't do that, Dave.
Sorry. That makes the second time we've said that on this stream. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. We don't need that. That's a common.
Yes.
Actually, my bad. I misquoted. It's actually 220, 221, whatever it takes. He's pretending he knows how to rewire something to show off. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I do remember that now. Yep.
All right. Come on, uncommon larva. I have found one. don't want to deconstruct the teleporter because if I do that, then I have to walk back.
Yep.
Let me pick these up and see if it'll spawn more to fall. I don't want those, but yes, there's another uncommon. I don't know whether you guys saw it in Amp's Discord. I won a key for Fish Ton
Nice.
and installed it before we started the stream. So I'm going to have to give that
Yeah.
a small playthrough.
Yeah, I saw that. Congrats. And
Yay!
since I'm making how-to videos, you won't get lost completely.
I can't play it much because it doesn't support a controller.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's got some bugs in it still, but it's a great little game. If you like, say, like pressure washing and those mindless games that you do just stuff forever,
Yeah.
this is right where you want to be. I mean, the whole premise of the game is putting together junk cars, fixing them up, and selling them. But you can do the same thing to the houses. You can get jobs in town, deliver pizza, clean up trash, just different things. I mean, there's a ton of things you can do in that game. It really is huge. I mean, I'm just now scratching the surface.
Shaman, I still have the jetpack. And matter of fact, I'm flying with it, but oh, come on. Fly, quit walking forward, you edge.
A single big pink rocket or meteorite come down?
Would that be pulsar quartz?
Possibly.
Yeah. Holy heck. And that's the same place the last 4 or 5 of them have come down.
Yep.
Where is the core of that thing so I can get the pulsar quartz? That one, some rocks we're going to have to despawn. Wow. Did I? Some idiot, me, made gas extractors and hung them off the back end of the platform because I'm an idiot.
What?
Seriously, they're halfway off the platform. They're duh. Football.
It could have been me too when I shifted things over to make room for the aquariums.
Okay,
So don't
we'll blame
fully
you.
blame yourself.
No,
Yeah.
we'll blame you.
Yeah.
We'll blame you.
Yeah, don't fully blame yourself.
Yeah. Don't kick too hard. There's a crack back there.
Yeah. Okay, we have 3 more outdoor garden plots.
We have, huh?
3 more outdoor garden plots.
What have they got
They're
in
on-
them?
Nothing yet, because I'm trying to figure out what we need. So we got 2 growing mushrooms, 2 growing beans.
We could always use beans. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So put another bean out here.
But anything else after that, do whatever floats your boat.
Well, what I'll do is I'll put a squash out there, and then I might go steal the
it makes me wonder if I
Should
should.
we not get a cocaine seed sometime?
Yes, you got it back here in one of these nooks by the biolab. I think. Nope.
No, we got the plant.
If you need to, you can go buy them.
Yeah, I mean,
We just
go
got to
buy
wait on the. There are uncommon larvae in the larva locker.
nice. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna move the weed outside. So that's three.
You're going to move the
The wheat.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
you said
weed.
weed. WEED. Didn't know we had any.
Well, I mean, could move that too.
All right, I'm closing that because we're going to have to find another portal to go down because that fishing hole's all fished out.
Splash beans. Okay, what have we gotten since I last?
Dave,
Yes,
talk to yourself much, and did you get an answer?
I did, scarily enough. Okay, I'm gonna build an animal shelter and feed her, even though we have nothing to go in them yet.
I'm considering changing the observation deck
Yeah.
to a 3x3 and then plastering it with windows.
Make sure you do the floors and ceilings too.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Yep. Especially if you can get those ones that crack as you walk across them, like the that Chinese have on that one bridge in China.
Oh, no, there'll be no days like that. Not with me
Yeah,
walking across them.
Yeah, it's like a 2,000-foot gorge, and they have this glass walking bridge across it.
Mm-hmm.
And every now and then the employees can turn on the effect of the glass breaking under you as you're walking, and then they turn on the video cameras and record it.
Oh,
It's quite fun.
hell no. I'll
Yep.
be the first one to tell you I'm USDA grade A chicken shit. And there'll be no days like that.
Let me tell you, even like troops, because they posted a video on time of some Chinese army guys that were walking across it when they turned it on, and yeah, even they freaked out. It was quite comical.
Oh, you pain in the butt. I'm going to have to go on the outside of this to build it like I want.
Oh, because it's going to put you on the corner.
Yep, it did.
Yep.
And I want to go in the middle. Country lady, perfectly understandable. If my mom called right now and said she needed something and, you know, was having a problem, I would stop what I'm doing and get ready to go to Tennessee. So, you know, I understand perfectly. No, I don't want you up here. No, no. Why are you being this way?
I mean, I'd do the same thing, but if my mom called, I'd probably call the Catholic Church first.
Well, I understand that.
Uh, right about me.
Can I say something, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
There's something way not right about you. Sicko. Hey, that went right where I wanted it to. Excellent. I'm going to need a begung load of iron and cobalt. After I get 2 full rows of water and food.
Turning off the soap production or the fabric production for a few minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. It's good to let that kind of stuff catch up.
Yeah, well, it does look like we actually have a box for silk.
We actually have a box for what?
Silk.
Yes, I made that a long time ago.
No, do you remember where you put it?
Well, I might have undid it when we changed from the smaller lockers to the larger ones.
Okay.
Okay, I can't remember, but I know there was a way that you can lock a recipe
Yep, yep.
and it'll show up there. What's the key for that?
Right click on it if you have the pinning attachment in your exoskeleton. It's like when you're.
Which, okay, which one is it?
What do you mean?
You've got to get the pinning attachment in.
Oh, pinning. Okay.
Yeah.
There it is. Blueprint pinning. Tier 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Aluminum, osmium, superalloy, 2 cobalt, and a magnesium.
Oh, and I also need. That's living compartment window. Okay. That I can do.
That rock finally despawned, so I was able to get the pulsar quartz.
Excellent. Excellent. And now, what do I need for that? Cobalt and titanium. I've still got a ever-loving shed load of iron on me. That's already been refilled because we have such a good system going on.
Yep. And I just
Pulsar quartz zeolite, magnesium silicone, nitromethane, titanium. And more cobalt. Country lady, I can concur with your dad. I'm a homebody. I would rather be home than be any place in the world. It's nice for a visit, but you know, I like my own digs as much as I like anybody else's. So
Yep. Yeah, where did we put trees?
tree seeds are under the steps by the what I would call the front door.
No, they're actually over. Yeah, actually, yeah, that would be under the steps by the front door. Yeah, yeah. You are right, sir.
Dang, that hurt. Oh, I'm out of titanium. Dang. Two panels short. The only bad thing about doing it in a 3x3 is the whole floor isn't a window.
I think I just died, and I think I'm stuck.
Where were you stuck at?
I was standing in front of the tier 1 crafting thing, and now I'm standing on top of the tier 2 crafting thing. I was looking at something in the menu, and I heard the heartbeat thing going, and yeah, now I'm standing here.
I will come deconstruct the tier 2 crafting thing for you.
Yeah, I'm standing right here. I can do it. There you go.
Oh, yeah, I can move. I can see, and I can hear again. But who am I?
We've been asking that all week long.
You probably don't know what movie that's from.
No.
It's a movie everybody has to watch. This is your homework for the weekend. You have to find the movie Johnny Dangerously and watch it.
Oh God, that's Mr. Bean movie or the guy?
No, Michael Keaton.
Michael. Oh, the old one. Okay,
Johnny Dangerously. Yeah, the old one.
the original one. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never watched it. I'm just not a movie watcher.
Oh, you'll love this one. Trust me.
That's what the Air Force recruiter said. Trust me.
This is the 88 Magnum. It shoots through schools.
Yeah, just not the same effect from the 3x3. It's interesting, and it really is nice, but yeah. Okay. That wasn't as bombastic as I wanted it to be. But now I got this big 3x3 hanging off the edge of the building. If I can only see it through the window. That's not as bad as I thought it would be. I'm hearing something that's flying or constantly, like
Well, it's got to be either a butterfly or a bee because we ain't got no birds yet.
and now that I've stepped away from the base, oh, it's a tier 5 drill that's sitting outside.
That'll do it.
Yeah. That's exactly what that is. Let me deconstruct that annoyance. Come on. Put that on down here. Does anybody know if we have a pressure fuse?
Okay. We have 2 of them.
I am going to come and get one because we've got a multiplier out here running with only 2 fuses in it. You can tell Mayhem's the FMG in G because he's wearing the default spacesuit.
We have any fabric anywhere and explosive powder?
Yes and yes.
Found the fabric.
The explosive powder is in the biodome or biolab. Yeah, Memorial Day weekend. And gosh, it's 2025. It'll be 41 years since I went in the military Memorial Day weekend. And there's the Nanner Queen herself, Amp Revamp. Ah!
Hi, Amp.
Yeah.
Okay, where's the biodome?
Or the biolab.
Yeah.
It's on the, well, what you probably would consider the first floor. Right. No, that's Big Dave. That's not a Mayhem.
No.
Where do you need the explosive powder?
In my inventory.
Where are you?
I'm in the first floor.
How many do you need?
1.
Okie doke.
There it is. I got it now. Thank you.
I just
Now.
dumped a cobalt in there. What are you doing, Mayhem?
Making equipment.
Creating chaos. Okay.
Yeah. I'm making equipment. That's all.
Okay, that's fine. Tossing out hugs and hellos.
I take it you have an auto crafter making smart fabric.
No.
No, just plain fabric. So if you need silk, turn that off. It's right by the
No,
silk.
I need actual fabric, but I can't find it anywhere.
Well,
Oh, because
it's all
turn
going to
off
the
the-
ship.
yeah, it's all going to the ship. So turn off the fabric
Oh
generator.
well, it's on the
And-
ship.
Yep. We do have smart
I
fabric.
I'll go and take it from the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually probably the easiest.
We do have smart fabric, and I think if you deconstruct it, you can get regular fabric out of it, and we're not going to use the smart fabric for a thing.
May need it for
How many-
crafting downstairs. maybe
How many
so?
How many pieces of fabric do you need?
4. One of the rockets just took off. We got 2 trade rockets, right?
Yep.
The other one's still on the pad. I'll get some there.
Oh no, none of the household stuff uses smart fabrics. What the heck uses smart fabric?
I've got 2 right here, because every smart fabric you deconstruct, you get 2 regular fabric out of.
It's okay. I just got 4 out of the rocket.
Yay!
It's all good. It's all good.
Just trying to accommodate you.
You got to remember, I have no gear.
Yeah.
I'm making the jump boots. And you got to make the tier 1s to make the tier 2s to make the tier 3s.
Tier 1 jump boots are so yesterday.
And I'm back. Yeehaw.
And Mayhem, what about your front?
Well, obviously, it got here before my back did. Ah.
Amp, so far so good. I've got to work on the lawnmower after I get through here, and then I've got to sit down and do some mathematical calculations to see if I can buy enough fence in one go and Thompson's water seal that I can have everything painted and sealed. Then we're going to build the jig to space the fence post, and going to see if I can get the new fence on before the 30th of May. It would be a good thing, but if we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. I've got to say, that whole aquarium thing turned out pretty decent.
Yep.
I was rather impressed with that. That's got a plant multiplier fuse and a production fuse in it.
probably don't have solar crystals, do you?
We had a few.
Yeah, we didn't have many.
Yeah, there was. Or maybe no. Maybe that's the one we don't have yet.
But we're right here by the,
Yeah, the Crystal Cave.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the solar crystals had appeared when I went through the Crystal Cave that one time and grabbed all those crystals. That's why.
Well, I'm going to fly over there and at least see what I can find. Hey, I just found a crate that I hadn't found before that had all kinds of good stuff in it. Come on, fly, you idiot. But I rammed my wrist in the corner of the copy machine and made my fingers tingle. That ain't good.
Ooh.
Did you say, oh darn, out loud? You're looking for the solar quartz?
Yeah, yellow ones.
Yeah, the
Okie
yellow ones,
dokie.
yeah.
Dur, 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 dur.
Hey, I have more tier 2 mutagen there, Dave.
Nice.
Nope, this was not the one to go into right off the bat. It leads to nothing else. Wow. That was anticlimactic.
Yeah, actually, gotta go down the waterfall to get to the one where they all connect.
Oh. I'm in the cave. I'm coming back, and I have about 10 of them. We should really put a
That's fine.
transporter down here.
Yep.
I mean, it's like not a high priority because all it is for like a light.
It's for you, and it's a high priority because you're here playing with us. So, because you're special. You got to be a little bit warped to play with us. Okay, where are those at?
The solar quartz, there wasn't a box, so I think we were out of them by the time I got around to making all the boxes.
Okay.
There is an unnamed box at the back.
Well, do you mean the front?
Yeah, front.
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
they call it.
It's got a bunch of rods in it, but it'll do.
Yep.
Because it's demanding rods. And yeah, solar quartz is right. Yeah, right there. He found it.
Awesome.
Are you making a tier 3 torch?
Yes, I am.
I have found those not to be very good. They're a little too bright, but that's just me.
Well, I just figured I'd start at the top and I'd work my way down and make everything.
I understand.
Sending insects to space.
I have 2 rocket engines if you require them.
No, we had lots
I
of
do.
dog.
I'm going to the tier 2 crafting station next.
Okie dokie. I'll drop them right there at your feet.
Ooh.
I didn't say I would drop at your feet. Don't get all excited.
Okay.
And there's tier 2
Almost at tier
mutagen.
Yeah.
We're 10% into the complete stage. Woohoo!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
After this one is like complete, and after the update drops, we might go to the moon off of this one.
Yeah.
Or, well, we're going to go to the moon off of both of them just to look at it from a different way. What in the world? Oh, I'm seeing bees and a fish at the same time in the DNA extractor or creator or whatever in the heck that thing is.
Yep.
Okay, men. You too, Dave.
Yeah.
It's 9:20.
Yep.
So if you're in the middle of stumping, be getting her wrapped up.
Nah, because I'm waiting on us to get to 52 KT in biomass.
What are we getting then?
Genetic synthesizer. I think then I can start making animals.
I didn't do a lot of animals and mammals and such because I was finished by the time those became a thing, so I didn't really need them to make the game go.
Yeah.
But here we are. I might.
But on the
Go ahead.
upside, we are at almost, well, we're at 52 tons of insects, so we're getting close to the ecosystem, which I think will give us a big boost to
Yeah.
things, and it produces the larvae.
Do you still have that fabric on you?
No, I put it in the fabric locker.
Okay.
I'm going to go down a procedural wreck for a few minutes and we didn't have purple quartz, and everything I'm drawing's got a purple in it. Well, foot. Oh, I don't want to do it. Well, might as well. Holy heck. And there comes the... Yep.
Feeling in the same spot.
Yeah. Seems to like that spot on this playthrough.
Yep.
Let me see. Oh, I'm in a volcanic area.
Ooh.
And a whole lot of it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't burn your buttocks.
Well, there is an achievement for that.
I've already gotten it. There was
I haven't yet.
no reason for a return trip.
Yeah, I haven't yet. I gotta do that one sometime.
Well, you need to go through the portal then, because you could do it.
Yeah, I could.
It'd be an easy achievement.
Yep.
I am not seeing a wreck here. I'm sure it's around, but... Well, oh. Dave, are you okay?
Yeah, just turned a little bit in my chair here and back went crack.
Woohoo! I'm fully outfitted. Yay!
now the stream's ending.
Yeah, but I'm ready for the next one.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, and just so you know, I got the rest of the download content for Golf with Your Friends.
Nice.
Excellent.
Which means I now have all of the parts for the other 4 courses I did not previously have.
Excellent.
And I can make new courses. Of course, I don't really feel like doing it right now, but I'm sure I'll get back to that eventually.
At least you have something waiting on you when that happens.
Yeah.
All right. Where are we at? 11% into being done.
We are all directly above the center of the freaking planet.
Yeah, about 2 feet to the left.
You should change your name to Obvious Man.
No need to state the blatantly obvious when the merely obvious will do.
Yep. Dun, dun, dun. All right, I think this is where we're going to leave it. Oh, gosh, this base looks like such a kludge because I built it, and then you go into our humble planet, and it's absolutely wonderful.
Well, I didn't want to deconstruct your base on this game here.
Chicken.
I mean, if you want to move all that iron to another spot,
No.
Just say the word.
No. All right. 1.57 TTI on the way to 4. Not 5 anymore. All right. We hope everybody has a good day and that we help make it a tiny bit better. I'd like to thank Big Dave and Mayhem for being here with me. You guys have a good one.
Keep.
You too. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You gotta